Hey guys, so today I'm going to do 3 book reviews, and the book that I'm going to start off with is the Bookworm Next Door. So I really enjoyed this book because it was like a funny but also like romantic book, and it was about these two like teenagers, and they've known each other like since they were little, and they're next door neighbors. So when they got to high school, they kind of like split apart, like they weren't friends anymore, David and Daniela, because he just got really popular like on the football team and stuff and rugby, and then she like started being a nerd and stuff and reading like loads of books and getting good grades, so he didn't really want to be friends with her anymore. But one year when Delilah came into the school, she like completely changed. She was like a girly girl. She was like she was wearing like makeup, doing her hair, wearing dresses and stuff. So he was like, oh, so she's changed like completely. So they started being like friends again. But Delilah didn't realize that he was just doing it because she's changed. Like she actually thought that he just wanted to like catch up again and say sorry for what he did in the past. And then she realized, and they got into like a really big fight, and like everybody started spreading gossip and stuff, and the ending was really unexpected because something like really dramatic happened. And this book was just fun to read because I liked how the book had like some stages like in their past, like it says like age date and what they did together, and like age 16, 17, what they did together and stuff. So now I'm going to read a little bit. Age 8. Delilah Davis shook her head fiercely as she slowly backed away from the cowboy, David. David was holding tightly onto those freshly dug up worms that they were going to be used for the fishing trip he would be taking shortly with his father. The threat of dirty, squiggly worms ending up in your hair seemed really real. Get away from me with those, she screamed loudly, trying to figure out where she could run and hide. Was any place safe in the muddy neighbor's boys? No, David Toothley groaned, the grudgy, slimy worms wiggling helplessly in his fists. Come here, I want a hug, Delilah screamed as she took off running. No, boys have cooties. The age 8 next door neighbors took off running after their yards. David was maintaining a 5-foot distance from Delilah. He was not actually physically going to do anything with the worms, but that would mean they have to collect new ones and possibly not being allowed to go on the treated fishing trip with his father in 10 minutes. It was just too much fun to chase after Delilah. She was screaming about everything. David William, his mother yelled out as Delilah started to cry. Get over here with those worms. Delilah ran behind Miss Carver, still crying while clutching her library book. He was going to put those worms in my hair. So that was some of the first chapter, and I just find it really funny because it's funny to know like how they were when they were little and stuff. So yeah, I really like this book, and now I'm gonna go on to the second. So the second book is called The Player, and literally I loved this book. This was one of my favorites. It was about this, so in primary school, there was this boy, and he left so he could become like a movie star, and his family like wanted him to. And then in high school, these girls from his class just found out that he was famous, because they've never known that he like went, because he never really told anybody until they found out that he was like in a movie, photo shoots and stuff. So they were like, what? And they found him like really like attractive and stuff. So they made like this fan page, these two best friends, and they made up like lies about it, like, oh, he just came to visit us and stuff like that. And one day, the best friends got into a fight, like saying, oh, he's gonna like me better and stuff. And to the other best friend who didn't say anything, he was actually nice, he came to her door, because on the fact, it was the day of the prom. So on the fan page, she was like, oh, he just came to come with me to the prom. And she knew that it was a lie, and she didn't know that if he would see it or stuff like that. So she was like, what if he doesn't see it? Like, I'm gonna be so embarrassed. So he came and knocked on her door. She opened the door and she started screaming because it was him. And they haven't seen each other. They haven't seen each other in like a very long time. So obviously they like didn't know each other really well. And her best friend came over because she saw the fan page. She was like, what? I don't believe it. And she saw him and she started screaming. She was like so jealous. And when they went to the prom, like everybody was so jealous of her that she had like a really popular guy, and all of the others just had people, like random people. And after the prom, they started getting to like really like know each other. So like they became boyfriend and girlfriend, but it didn't really last for long because he was obviously like really popular and stuff and she wasn't. So it just got really confusing. And at the end, something happens. I always don't want to ruin the ending because I actually really like the ending, because after they split up, like something happened between them. So yeah, now I'm gonna read a little bit. I'm about to post this amazing lie on my blog. Oh, it's chicken soup. It's an update on my earlier line. I'm too sick to go to the winter dance. Darn. But my boyfriend is bringing me soup. Yay! Clever stuff, right? Well, I don't have to be too clever. After all, you know, I'm sick and everything. Well, fake sick. I'm getting fake soup from my fake boyfriend. It's a sad story. I don't exactly get to post the fake update though, because there's a knock on the front door. I dash for it, expecting it to be the pizza guy with the pizza I just ordered. A real pizza from a real pizza guy. But when I open the door, I suck in my breath and I actually pass out. My heart stops, then it starts violently smashing against my chest so hard because it's not the pizza guy. It's my fake date. He's dressed in a suit, trying to hand me something, but I can't take it because I'm in shock and I need an ambulance. At least then people will believe I was sick, since they all know the truth. I'm not really dating Dane Mackworth. Of course, duh. Only here he was at my door. The Dane Mackworth, aka known as the player. He's at my door in a suit trying to hand me something. It's chicken soup, he tells me. Grinning at my stunned expression and stunned reaction and stunned everything. I mean, holy smokes. My hands trembling, I take my fake soup that isn't fake anymore. So I just love the beginning because it's so funny because she was just like doing her lies on her blog and he actually came. So I would probably rate this book like about a 9. It was like amazing. Like I really, really, really enjoyed it. So yeah, let's get on to the third book. So the third book review is probably my favorite book that I've read. I mean, it's called Tomboy, and you probably think it's like a really boring book, but it's literally amazing. It's about this 16-year-old girl, and she's a tomboy. And her mom keeps on telling her like why and stuff, and she has a twin brother and his best friend comes over like literally every single day, like since they were like really young and stuff. So they've known each other for like a really long time. So he starts like to like her, and he's like asked her out on a date, but she doesn't really know what to say because she's never been asked out. And she says like, let's take it slow and stuff, but he gets like kind of upset by that. And when he takes her to the prom, he kisses her in front of everybody, and the next day loads of guys start asking her out and stuff. And this one guy was like, hey, do you want to go to the party with me? And she didn't even answer or anything, and he was like, okay, sure, I'll get your number in English and stuff. And then because she didn't really have like girly clothes or anything, so she went shopping with these two best friends who were hosting the party, and they picked up her like really cute jeans top, like high heels and stuff like that. And she was so annoyed with them because she absolutely like hated shopping. Like she didn't like it at all. So after that, they came to the party together, and she didn't really know what to do because she's never really been to a party. So the guy was dancing with her and stuff, and she didn't tell the guy she didn't tell her brother's best friend that she was going with him because like she knew that they weren't dating. So like she was like, so like we're not dating, so like it's not called cheating or anything. But he saw them, and he got really, really angry. And in the next couple of months, like she started to like him and stuff, so they became boyfriend and girlfriend. And when she turned 18, he proposed to her, and she was like, yes, of course. And since they were young, they've been playing this game, and they've always in a car, and they've always used to go to Texas. So he decided to take her to Texas for their honeymoon, and she was like, I'm so excited and stuff. And then it ended. It didn't really tell you, like, it left it on like a really like romantic and like cute scene, but I really want to know what happens. Like I really want there to be like a book too. But now I'm going to read a little bit. My friends were talking about hot girls and the times when looking at those girls had been a little bit too hot. They all had a story to share about trying to hide their embarrassing responses in public. We were hanging out at my house playing video games. My mum worked until 6. So we freely talked about anything and everything. Hanging out with my friends was one of my favourite things in the world. It had been that way since elementary school, and it hasn't changed in all these years. We were now in high school, but our bond was stronger than ever. I had always felt more comfortable around guys than girls. They felt comfortable around me too, as evidenced by Adam's slip. It wasn't the first time that one of them had forgotten that I was a girl. Probably the most girly thing about me was my long hair, but I put it in a ponytail most of the time. It was an ordinary brown, just like my eyes. My body was fit from playing soccer, skateboarding with my friends, but I mostly dressed like a teenage boy. I mean that literally. I bought my clothes in the boys' department, like the shorts and the t-shirt that I was wearing now. Mum would shake her head and comment that she didn't know if she'd given birth to twin boys. I told her that it was right to give me a unisex name like Cameron. She named my twin brother Connor. He and I were close, but we had our own separate friends. His best friend Jake was in the kitchen when I went in to get a drink. He had 5 brothers and sisters, and he was the oldest in his family. Like I said, our friends tended to gravitate towards our house for the freedom from parents. So that was the start of the book, and like I said, I really liked all of the books, but this is my main one that I really liked. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed these book reviews, and I'll see you next week. Bye!